All right. Good morning. We are here for our weekly hypnosis talks with myself and Pete. Today, we're going to do a guided meditation for all. Also, considered a journey for a more internal ups. How was it said? I already wrote it. How was it said again, Pete? A
Yeah.
journey.
So this is very much a journey for unconscious resolutions to stuff, right?
Right.
Um, where I would say for anyone who wants to participate in today, right, watching the replay or live, um, pick something small to start, right? Pick something that's kind of been bothering you, that's not a major life disruption, but something small, um, especially for if this is your first time. And the more you listen to it, right, on repeat, and you can get to go to the bigger ones, but start with something small today to make it more fun and exciting for you.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Yeah.
So, will you just give us a few examples while we see some people that want to come and join before we start the meditation? Explain to us like how you use this and how others could use it, whether they're practitioners or interested in becoming a practitioner or just doing it for themselves. Can you just go into that a bit?
Yep. So this, um, I say, is one of my favorite tools to use because in some ways it's the lazy man's way to change, but there's nothing lazy about it, right? When we think about our mind, right, especially our unconscious mind, we talked about it before, how everything is a metaphor and a symbol for how we view life, right? This just takes it into more of an adventure state, right, where we get to go explore and find things that weren't necessarily um, I say in our conscious awareness, right? Very much in our unconscious, right? It's also one where it doesn't have to be used for solving a problem, right? It can be very much used just to remember a good feeling. You know, this is one where when I do nursing homes and assisted living places, I love this because it gets to bring them back to just a happy memory in their life, right? A happy feeling that they get to carry with them the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of their life, right? And so it doesn't have to be necessarily on a small problem. You could just be like, I want more of something. And you let your unconscious mind find where it's stored and you let it bring it out to be part of your just everyday life, right? For today, I think having just a small problem, right? Something that's a small, maybe bad behavior, a bad thought, or I could say a negative thought that's not helping you, or an action you want to change, something like that, something small, like nothing major. You will find today will be extremely helpful and just starting your mind on that process of, oh yeah, that is a solution, oh yeah, that over there. um, the one thing I will say that I the most feedback I get from doing this type of work is that consciously it might not make any sense, and you have to know that's okay. It's not designed right, it's not designed for you to at the end of the session go, that makes perfect sense, but it's how the unconscious mind interprets a lot of this information, right? That's where the real change really happens, at the unconscious level. And then we just experience it in our everyday life from there. So,
That sounds perfect. I was just inviting a few more people into the room, and I'll just do one more and then we can get started.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. This is one where while you do that, how fun was this, right? This is designed to get your imagination juices flowing, right? Your creativity will start to come out, right? You will let your unconscious mind make these small decisions, and you're going to go, why did I pick that? Don't worry about that. Just enjoy it, right? Let everything begin to unfold however it may unfold, right? And just be one with whatever your mind goes, oh, yeah, let's do that or over here. Just go with it. Have fun. Enjoy it, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. Something I say with every one of my clients, everything outside is stressful enough. This doesn't need to be one of those times, right? This gets to be a fun time of exploring and discovering to change everything out there. So
Perfect. That's really well said. Okay, well, I am ready. Shall we get started?
let's get started.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're all going to do is just take that nice deep breath in and then just slowly exhale. Just so you can feel how your chest rises and falls. And then we'll just do that one more time. Take that nice deep breath in. And this time when you exhale, you can just either keep your eyes closed or close them. Because now, I just want you to begin to notice many different things that you weren't aware of before. See, the first thing that we get to be aware of is just a tension, maybe on the side of our eyes. Maybe we noticed the tension underneath our eyes. And just begin to notice what happens when you let go of just that tension. So as if all the muscles on the side of your eyes and underneath your eyes just become so calm, relaxed, dormant. And just spread that to your eyelids so they too can enjoy this feeling. And you get to bring it up to your forehead, noticing as all that scrunchiness we may have in our forehead lets go. And then when it gets to the top of our head, this is where it gets to be fun. See, this is where we just allow this relaxation we have in our eyes and forehead to be like a wave of molasses, slowly going down across our entire body, letting go of every muscle till they become calm, quiet, and dormant, peaceful and relaxed. So you may realize, as you allow this feeling to spread, your shoulders become droopier and heavier. So you realize with every breath you exhale, your shoulders just become even droopier, even heavier. And pretty quickly, a feeling begins to move all the way down to the tips of your fingers. See whether it's a tingling feeling, warmth, or even heaviness. Maybe all three, maybe something different altogether. But it's your unconscious mind starting to become free to notice things that it wasn't aware of before. Maybe you already noticed one hand feels heavier than the other. And we allow these feelings to really spread through our entire body, all the way down to the tips of our toes. So you find everything you experience during this time, no matter how crazy or funny or insane it may be, instantly becomes your reality. For our mind loves to be creative. It loves adventure. It loves to be curious about what's going to happen next. So you find as you listen to the sound of my voice, all experiences you have become real, as if you're there, experiencing it. Because we're about to go on a little adventure. See, I'll be describing things to you, and I just want you to trust your first impression. See, there's no need to try and force anything. You just let your mind guide you. You just allow the scenes to unfold, however they may. And you get to be curious about what your mind will present to you. You see, in a moment, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And I want you to allow yourself to be transported to a beautiful, empty, warm at the beach on a nice summer's day. As we go 3, 2, 1. See, allowing that scene to come to life. Maybe you get to feel the sands in your toes, the heat, the sun, the warmth on your skin. Maybe as you look around, you notice that you're the only one on this beach. To be free to enjoy the beauty that surrounds you. You notice the water. Oh, it has the most amazing color. And as you look around, as you feel everything, you feel calm, peaceful, relaxed. See, as you look up in the sky, you may notice the sun beaming down on you. You may look up in the sky and notice if there's clouds or no clouds, if there's birds or no birds. And you get to feel the warmth of the sun wash over you. You get to feel the cool breeze of the wind against your skin, relaxing you even more. Maybe as you smile to yourself, because you know you're getting ready to have an exciting adventure, one that will help you solve that problem that's been holding you back in some way. See, as you look around, as you look into the far, far distance, you may notice that there's something out there, something far away which seems to call out to you. And all I want you to do is to start walking along the beach, close to the water. And as you do, I want you to make a choice. Say, I want you just to go with your gut feeling. So you can choose to walk along the sand near the water, where the sand is still dry. Or you can choose to walk right along the edge of the ocean, feeling the cool water splash against your feet as the waves roll in and out. So go ahead, make your choice. Just go with what feels right for you. See, as you now continue walking on that side that you have chosen, you may realize that the part of your mind that led you to make this choice can also guide you to make the powerful changes in your life so that you can feel even more excited. Oh, more excited about what's to come. Because now you realize you've actually covered a long distance in a short period of time. And all of a sudden, you reach the edge of the beach and you come across a nice wooded area. You just feel drawn to it, feeling that urge to explore. So you just keep walking through the woods, noticing everything around. The grass, the trees, the plants, the animals, the sounds. You get to notice if the sun is beaming through to this path, or maybe the tops of the trees provide some shade. See, as you explore, as you feel the ground underneath your feet, eventually, that's right, you come to a fork in the road. See, as you turn your head to the right, you see a well-worn path. So you look so clear, unobstructed, easy to navigate. And then when you look to your left, you see an older path, covered in leaves and fallen branches. And you can't quite make out which direction it leads in. See, this path will be much more challenging to navigate, but it's also full of curiosity of the unknown. See, so you get to go ahead and choose a path. Let your inner wisdom guide you. See, as you've now made your choice, as you continue on walking, just notice how you feel about this path. See, this path may represent something symbolic to you. Something that has everything to do with the challenge you've been struggling with. See, as you continue to walk along this path, noticing everything you see, what you hear, you can feel a sense of confidence surge through you. Because with every step you take, that's right, you're getting closer and closer to your destination, to the place where you finally overcome that pressing issue. As you reach the end of your current path, once again, to another fork in the road. To your left, the path leads upwards, up a steep hill. While that path to the right, it is wide and a winding path, which leads you all the way down into the valley below. And you get to choose which one just feels right for you. Now, as you move through these paths, noticing how it feels, the ground beneath you, what's around you, the feeling in your muscles, your legs, your arms. Taking time to look at everything here, knowing it means something to your unconscious mind because it led you here. It wants to show you something. It's guiding you in the right way, even if you don't know how you know it is the right way. Because as you come to the end of this path, you come across the entrance to a cave. And as you look at this cave, there is just something about it that's so enticing to you. You feel that you're supposed to enter because you know that once you're inside, something incredibly powerful is going to take place. Because somewhere inside this cave is the answer you've been seeking, the solution to this challenge that's been weighing you down. So get ready. That's right, and step inside this cave and notice what it looks like. Notice how this place makes you feel because you're so close. That's right, you're getting even closer to the answers you've been seeking. And you hear your footsteps. Maybe they're echoing. And I'm not sure if you noticed this yet, but there's another room in this cave that's blocked by a locked door. And go ahead, find that door. And when you found it, notice how this door is locked. And you may begin to realize that there's a key somewhere nearby. But before you look for that key, I want you to realize that on the other side of this door lies the solution to your problem. Now, I don't know exactly how your subconscious mind will choose to present it to you, but there will be an experience just for you that will make sense to you on some level. Maybe not right away, but soon the meaning will become clear. Now, you may see an object inside, right? A symbol which represents the solution. Or there might be a person, someone who has some amazing advice for you. Or maybe it's going to be something else entirely. All you need to do is just trust that whatever comes up has a deep meaning, just for you. So now go ahead and look for that key. It's so close by. And when you find it, just begin to pick it up. Look at it, the shape, what it's made out of. Is it an older key or a newer key? One that could open a treasure chest or one that could open the door to a house? Because see, in a moment, I'm going to be quiet just for a few minutes. And during this time, you get to take all the time you need to enjoy the upcoming experience, letting it evolve at its own pace, relaxing into it, letting all the pieces slowly come together. So here we go. Go ahead, unlock that door, step through that door now, and find your answers while I just remain silent for the next few minutes. That's right. So you can slowly bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And you notice if you got everything you need from this experience, you can be smiling inside. And if you find that there's still more, you can just give your unconscious mind permission to keep working through this solution. To know that it's going to be playing with it, enjoying it. Because now you get to go ahead and walk out of this room, moving back to the main area of the cave. And as you get ready to leave this cave, I want you to feel a sense of gratitude for the part of your mind that communicated with you today. See, that part that wants to help you achieve all of your goals. And hold on to that gratitude as you exit this cave, taking all the lessons and learnings with you, feeling fantastic inside, because you can sense that changes are happening on a deep level. See, as you begin to retrace your steps back through the woods, noticing that you feel differently about the path you were just on not too long ago. Something about them and you just feels differently. See, as you continue walking all the way back to the beach now, once again, enjoying the warmth of the sun on your skin. And when you're ready, when you know that you have absorbed everything you needed to learn from your journey, only when you know deep down that these changes are beginning to take place. See, and you can now feel a sense of peace inside, knowing that you have the answers you need to take the necessary actions to solve your problem once and for all. Should you bring your attention back to your body and back to the room, see, allow yourself to come all the way back to full waking consciousness, feeling wide awake, alert, refreshed, feeling fantastic in every way. And welcome back. I hope everyone tells me how that was for them.
Oh, that was great. Thank you so much, Pete.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. It was a wild, outrageous journey on my end. I'm so curious for anyone else, anyone that's listening now or listening later, comment or just like private message us. Like, we're really here for this work. I like to call it like the inner landscape, and when you have a great guide, for example, Pete, in this moment, it's really incredible. My experience was just really outrageous. Maybe I'll share it publicly. I'm sure I'll share it privately with Pete. And I'm just so curious how everyone else felt about it. And then it would be so interesting to hear how similar or different it was. Because in general, we do find that even though someone says something, you might be going somewhere else. So, for example, Pete was, you were telling us to either walk along the sand or closer to the water. And I went swimming all the way out to the very edge of the thing that I saw. And it was it's a whole other story, and then it just, I was going everywhere else besides what your words were saying, like just on this whole other adventure, which actually felt quite chaotic. And it was just really, but I allowed it. And then when we got to the woods, I got brought back. And then and then it was like, once again, really feet on the ground. And so, for people who are practitioners, like hypnotists, and then people who are also experiencing it, I think that's really good for us to always remember that what one thing means to me, it means something else to someone else. We don't have clear definitions of even walking on the beach. I mean, I was doing it, but then this other thing was, happening. So
Yeah.
it's good, I think, for us to remember that over and over again. Like, even when someone says, I feel sad, you can go, well, I know what sad means to me. What does it mean to you? Just remembering in this like inner landscape, and especially this like guided meditation that is for groups, that one story can produce as many results as there are people listening, right?
Yeah.
And even this template tomorrow very likely would bring me to a very different place, even though I had a certain experience. So
yeah, this is one where I say, as many times as I have done it, I have never had the same experience twice.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's true, the path, right? Sometimes I like going down the clear path, right? I just want the least resistance to get there, right? Other times I am very curious, right? I'm like, oh, what's down this path? What will I see down there? And then I swap, and right, there's it, and it changes, right? The paths themselves always change because we're changing. And you could do it 30 days in a row, and you will have a different experience every 30 days, right? For every day.
Right. One thing that was powerful for me too was, when you said trust your intuition, and the first time that the first fork in the road, I initially wanted to go down the more clear path, and then for some reason it sounded to me like you were describing the other unknown path with curiosity, as if that was a better path to take. So then I felt inclined to take that path, and because maybe I shouldn't take the other path. And then I was like noticing that, and then I like myself split going down both
Mm,
paths. And then I was like, well, I could do that, but actually come back. So then I just let you talk more, and I just sat at the fork and sat deeper and deeper and deeper to like listen to my intuition,
yep.
opposed to being moved or dictated by someone else saying something. And I had to sit there for quite a while and feel, what does intuition feel like in my body, that I can make a decision from there. So that was very cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So my battery's about to die. I want to make sure that doesn't happen before we end. And in general, we like to make these like about 30 minutes, so they're kind of bite size. So please, anyone, private message either me or Pete with anything you'd like to share. We'd love to hear. And if you have questions just about the journey, the session, would like some insight, or if you even want to book a session, both me and Pete are available to do things, and we love this work. So any sense before my battery dies, Pete, what we might want to do next week, or is that yet to be determined from today?
I would say it's yet to be determined.
Me too.
Um, well, we'll let my intuition and your intuition to guide us for what comes next week.
Well, what I was going to say is I think it might have to do with intuition and how it guides us. That was my sense. So we'll ruminate on that.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I'm going to sign off for today. Thank you, Pete,
Thank you.
and everyone who is listening and will listen once it is up as a recording for the eternity. All right. Thank you.
Oh,
Ciao.
bye.